So some common misconceptions, and we hear this a lot because we work with a lot of customers, and so some of the things that people bring to us as reasons why they're not putting their voice entirely on Microsoft Teams is I think other providers are easier to deploy, and that's not the case with the Microsoft Teams deployment. The benefit here is that you can concurrently run solutions together in IPPBX along with Microsoft Teams and create a transition. And we're going to talk about what that transition looks like a little bit later in the call. We hear this pretty often. Teams isn't a real phone system. That's a bit comical actually, because if you look at the Gartner Magic Quadrant report that came out, Teams has surpassed all UCaaS providers that have been in the space, right? So of the 400 million seats available, Teams has captured more than the combined, or just about more than the combined UCaaS providers out there. So Teams is certainly a contender in the phone space these days. Initial deployment takes a lot of time. It can, if you're working with an organization that is not used to deploying voice services. When you work with an organization like G12 and all we've done is deploy voice services, that is our wheelhouse, that's what we've done. Deployment doesn't take a lot of time because we understand the steps in data collection that are required to deploy a complex solution for you and make it really easy. Some more of these things that we see. Teams can't connect to devices in my organization. Oh, this is a good one. This is the one where we hear about overhead pagers or door actuators or intercoms, those sorts of things. Those sorts of devices can now connect into Microsoft Teams. As a former UCaaS or as a UCaaS provider, we do integrate several different analog devices, but now even Microsoft Teams recently has integrated analog devices into the Microsoft Teams solution so that now devices can be deployed to do door actuators and overhead paging. So analog devices can be connected to your organization's facilities. Teams doesn't have all the required features. We're going to show you a demonstration a little later, which is why we're actually in Zoom and not Microsoft Teams. I know it's cringe that we're sitting in Zoom versus Microsoft Teams and we're talking about how Teams should be your all-in-one, and absolutely should. But we wanted to show you calls actually working, and in order to do that, we need to show you from a third-party view. So Teams does have quite a few features we're going to go over that are phone system component features. What you hear this more oftentimes you hear this is from legacy telecom people, and I'm one of them. I've been in this space for 24 years, so I'm a legacy telephone person. And when Teams first came out, I was the one saying, Teams can't do this and Teams can't do that. I didn't know it at the time, and now looking back, I look at this and go, the features in Microsoft Teams are unbelievable. So Teams isn't reliable enough to be my business phone system. Again, that is not the case. With the effort and money and research and development that Microsoft Teams, I think I saw a slide or heard of a slide that was out there showing 450 different updates in 2022 for Teams Phone this year. And what that means is that Teams and Microsoft are putting so much effort into making Teams the most feature-rich phone system that's reliable in the business space. And the SLA sits at 99.99. An interesting fact, I think the last 6 months Teams has been up 100% of the time versus some of the competitors out there sitting at 93 and 96% respectively.